But it is an interesting thing. I mean, the books are obviously highly rereadable, so it could happen in the future.
And you got to listen to Collin's podcast for his voice alone. I mean, good God.
hold on. So a Rafe Judkins entered the chat, and I don't know if this is the Rafe Judkins. So welcome, Rafe, to the chat here. Ariana, you happen to be on the call when we're getting some from Rafe, and he just joined in. I'm not sure. I'm sure chat is going to fill Rafe with all sorts of questions here. But Ariana, thank you so much for calling in, for being a first-time caller, and for the comments you made about what we're doing. It's fun, right? This is a fun time to be a fan. There's certainly kind of a renovation, a renaissance, if you will, of what's happening in fandom right now. So I totally agree. It's been a blast just for the last 16 months that I've been doing the show, and I love what everyone here is doing on the show, and for everyone out there that's creating content. It's been so much fun. So, hey, Ariana, thank you so much for calling in and for being our last caller. I appreciate that. We'll talk to you soon. Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you. Bye-bye. So here we are at the very end of the show, and it would appear that Rafe might have jumped into chat with us. I would want to ask both of you, kind of, what are your final thoughts here, or as we kind of tie things up, about what we saw today and just what fans have said when they've called in. What do you Sorry, Taylor's like over there signaling me. And certainly if Rafe wants to call in, you certainly can. Give us a call. Let us know. Give us a thumbs up if you'd like to. We can get you the phone number. Just let us know. But yeah, final thought, or it doesn't have to be final thoughts here, but just kind of as we close up shop, what are your thoughts, Daniel, as far as everything that's happened so far today?
I think it's a lot of fun. I love the conversation as always. More like than anything, this stuff just always makes me curious of where they're going to take things, how it's going to head and develop. Obviously, they're telling their art department some pretty accurate stuff just from the vibes we're getting. I mean, even just looking more at the clothing, it's not standard medieval show clothing. There's definite signs of more modern tinges, which to me, that's just Wheel of Time. So yeah, the more I'm looking at, the happier I am. There's definitely some digital artifacts when you zoom in. You're like, oh, okay, this is definitely concept art on a tablet. Yeah. But I'm also very eager and certain to see we're going to see fans recreating these in various ways, which I'm always down for. I mean, you give a fan something like this, the art people are going to art, and I love that stuff as well. I don't know, so, this is always like a great little ignition, and I like to see what the fans do and take it to the full-on explosion of like, all right, you've given us an inch, now we're going to go for a mile.
Well, and Rafe's in chat here. Do you have a question for Rafe while he's kind of watching here? That you want to throw in chat. Obviously, if you can't just jump in, why don't you throw him a question here, and maybe he can answer it in chat.
The challenge is, can it be something he can actually answer, right? Because there's a thousand things I want to ask, but what can he actually answer?
Okay, sorry, I didn't realize. So I'm sorry, I didn't track all of the things. Taylor's telling me Rafe said he will answer one question that we have, and so what's our one question here? Sorry, I'm catching up here with everybody in chat here, and what's our one question for Rafe that he will answer between the three of us? Let's what is the one question we want? And Rafe, I want to put this note out to Rafe here. we're gonna be talking about a question, and then we'll tell you when we have the one question that it is. Okay, so yeah, there's no pressure here. What is our one question? It either came out of what we saw today, or just something that we would want to know from Rafe.
Right.
Collin's
oh man, there's so many questions. Feel free, you guys, if something comes to mind.
So I like the idea.
All the pressure to be on you.
Because Rafe just said, "Okay, one question to rule them all." Yes, right, exactly.
Right? I would say how. Oh, go ahead.
Go for it. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I would say how much the concept art ended up reflecting the final product. Like, what are some big changes they made? Like, percentage-wise, would he say this concept art is 80% there or 20? It was purely just a base foundation, and then they went completely different directions. Just to give us all a good idea of, is that how Shardar Logoth will look? Or no, it's going to be way more decrepit and in a whole other vein than what we're seeing here. That would be mine. Now that
Yeah, I like
have
this
2
idea of
minutes.
like how much did the concept art come before, and instruct kind of what they did, or how much was it kind of after the effect, or a mix. So yeah, I like that. Collin, do you like that question? You want to throw that out there to him? Do we want to ask him this question?
Yeah, I'm comfortable with that actually. Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Like how much can we rely upon these images?
So Rafe, our question is very broad. And I think there are 4 questions in the one question. And so let's, Daniel, do you want to phrase that question just like you did, kind of, so he can answer that? So go for it.
How accurately does this concept art reflect the final product, and what is the entire script? So just take it from there.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, we'd love to. That there's a slight delay, so we'll hear what Rafe has to say in chat. This is a lot of fun. Thank you, Rafe, for jumping into chat here with us and giving us one question. He said few because I was already replying to that question. So good. We'll see what he has to say here. And as a second question,
when is the trailer now?
how creepy and excited will we be when we actually get into Shadow Logoth? But no, we'll see what he has to say for this first question. By the way, everyone in chat's here. We get to wait, and I feel like everyone's in chat with Rafe, and we're outside of chat. So his answer was, this is actually really early concept art from the process. There's a couple of them that are very close to the final product. Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I would bet money I can spot 2 that are the closest.
Mm-hmm. I would agree.
So
with that,
I would say Winter's Night and Charter Logoth are probably the ones that would be the closest.
yeah.
as a follow-up to Rafe here in chat, you don't have to answer this, obviously, but which of them is the closest? Sarah did not feel comfortable giving us that answer, but I have a feeling like you could feel that comfortable. So Rafe just said, but our concept team did some really cool stuff that didn't end up coming in until later to the show. So that's interesting. Okay. So yeah, and he said, and then things we diverted from a little bit here. Which 2?
And he said, you're a route right one, Daniel. So that's good. One of them's correct. We know I'm on putty with one.
So Daniel is...
Personally, I feel like it's Winter Night.
Probably. I feel like that's the one you have to plan out the most earliest on. So that's the one the concept artist would have the most to go off of. So that's probably the most. And plus, it kind of lines up with what we've seen from the village and the other promos.
Exactly.
Yeah, I feel like we should have canceled out Winter's Night from that question. I should be like, and not Winter's Night. Don't answer that, because that one looks close to what we've already said. You're right about one, Daniel. Okay.
If I could put forward one more question that could or maybe not be answered by Rafe or Sarah. Just a general, will Shardar Logoth give me nightmares? Yeah. Just to see what the answer to that is, if they want to answer or not. It's totally okay. I just want to know if I'm going to be able to sleep that night.
I love Rafe just said, I must be your nightmare right now. No, this is fantastic. This is absolutely fantastic that you're here in chat with us. Sarah and Rafe are in chat. Hopefully fans that are here watching have gone and told other fans that this is happening. I know other fans would love to be here. I just don't have the time to send out all the other notes to everyone. So Rafe has said, after he said, it must be your nightmare night, he said, also fun Easter egg, first piece of concept art for the whole show.
Moraine
using the one power.
I mean, wow. Yeah, if you're going to sell the show on something, that's it. Like right there. That is the show. Go.
Please drop it.
Exactly. This is fantastic. Oh, read Nightmares for Daniel. Sorry.
Nightmares? Oh, good. That means Shardar Logoth will be nightmares. Good. I'm very happy.
There you go. Thank you. That was an awesome question. I absolutely was not ready for asking a detailed question, so thank you, Daniel, for coming through and asking that. Nightmares for Daniel should be a hashtag Nightmares for Daniel. Please, everyone. Let's put that out there.
What has come out of this live stream? Fetishes I
love this.
Why?
I love this idea that it's going to be Nightmares for Daniel, and then we're going to get the concept artist to create the hoofs and the fireball that's destroyed the whole Trolloc and left him there. I love that.
This live stream's a nightmare for me.
Wow. Rafe just added to this, if you happen to actually be watching us and not just watching chat at this moment, Rafe just said, we hired about 15 amazing artists from around the world to just dig in on that idea of Moraine and the One Power. 15 amazing artists. Wow. That is awesome. And this goes back to that comment where I think where they just talked about how much time they spent trying to get the sword right. You know, how many meetings Rafe said that he was in just trying to get certain things right. Or maybe he talked about it was Egwene's dagger, I think, at that point. So, yeah, the amount of time and care that it sounds like they're putting into getting these things right are awesome. Rafe also said, and then see what it looked like, and did that for a fair amount of things. So, like I said, he said, we hired about 15 amazing artists from around the world to just dig in on that idea of Moiraine and the One Power, and then see what it looked like, and did that for a fair amount of things. So, yeah. Sorry, were you going to say something, Daniel?
I was just going to add, well, that's the first poster for the show then, right? It has to be Moiraine. That's got to be, if it was what they sold the show on, it's just my speculation. That'll be the first official poster, is Moiraine blowing people up, probably redone with Rosamund Pike's face. Pure speculation.
Rafe just said he has to go, but he said, thank you for doing the show. You'd be surprised how many cast members and crew members watch. That is amazing to hear, honestly.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So thank you so much to all the cast members and crew members and Rafe and Sarah for being here. This was, what do I say about this? This is an awesome way to end the week. What a Watt Friday moment for everyone here. Hopefully people got in here and had a moment to be there with Rafe, and kind of, I saw all the questions. Chat was just like flying. Like, it's like when I watch a live stream that Daniel does. Like, I don't know how, Daniel, you catch anything that's going on in your live streams. Yes, hashtag hoofs for Daniel, please. And thank you so much, Rafe. This was an amazing way to end this moment for, I think, for all of us here in chat. This was just awesome. And Sarah, as always, thank you for being in chat and just answering questions and doing this. Geeky Air just said Matt's brain is breaking right now. Yes, my brain is breaking right now. I really don't know what to say. I'm just kind of stumbling and saying stuff. So, any final thoughts? I don't know, how do you encapsulate that? What would just happen over the last hour and a half? But any final thoughts, Collin, that you want to leave before we end for the afternoon?
I don't think so, man. I think we've covered quite a bit.
Yeah.
I will say that just to actually kind of reiterate what I said before, just Rafe hopping on this chat with us is kind of indicative of the kind of amazing camaraderie and kind of understanding between the fandom and the creators of the show, which I really appreciate. I don't know what other shows or fandoms get to experience something like that, but that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's a great final thought, actually. Daniel, any final thoughts for you?
He has a lot to say, but for me, I compare how much we're getting early on, as Collin's pointing out, compared to other shows that are in similar development process. Like, they have nothing, and we're sitting here with like the showrunner jumping into a random Wheel of Time live stream, being like, "Here's some questions answered. Have fun." It's amazing. It's a level of engagement I think is genuinely unprecedented. I'm wondering how much, if this show's a huge success, how much people will attribute that to this, and like whether or not that'll be a new norm. I'm always thinking about the business, bigger side of things, but I'm very excited. I can't wait for the next drop. And I genuinely, like, because this happened today, the whole day I've been like, it's Wednesday. Just like from the start.
It does. It feels like a lot Wednesday. I don't think I can say anything else other than what you two have said. Thank you again, Sarah, for being here and answering questions and just enjoying this moment. I'm sure for you, this is completely crazy experience, just what Sarah does from a consultant standpoint, and then actually seeing what fans that she knows and just fans in general, and being a fan, what this is like to actually show something that they've worked on. So yeah, thank you very much, Rafe and Sarah, for doing this today. Awesome afternoon. Thank you very much to Wheel of Time and Amazon Prime. Social media, you guys are killing it. Please keep doing that. That's fantastic. People are loving it. If you haven't liked this video, please do. Again, we appreciate you having here. And if you want, you can always jump into an after show in Discord. You can find the link in the description below. Make sure you go follow Randland TV Podcast. Collin and his crew, they do a lot of, they're a lot of fun, and they talk about the Wheel of Time show itself. It's a blast. So go check out their podcast. And of course, you all know Daniel Greene. I don't need to tell you to go follow him, but if you're not, definitely go follow Daniel Greene on YouTube. He does an amazing job with fantasy news and Wheel of Time, obviously. So thank you, everyone who showed up today. This was amazing. I don't even have words for it. As you can tell, my brain is a little bit, I'm just trying to catch up on what just happened over the last little bit, but this was so much fun. So have a fantastic Rafe is still in chat. But have a fantastic afternoon. Hope everyone enjoyed this. Be on the lookout and be back here for our next live Wheel of Time Collin show on Wednesday. Thank you, everybody. Have a good afternoon. And as we say around here at the Dusty Wheel, smash to black.
If you want news and rumors,